Hi everyone, welcome to the fourth video on the themes of biology. In this video, we're going to look at interactions within biological systems. In all living systems, interactions are necessary to ensure the correct function of the system as a whole. And this applies to the molecules within a cell in the same way as an entire ecosystem. Let's consider this example of an ecosystem here. We have elephants, trees, shrubs, but remember that ecosystems also include non-living components. So we're also considering the water, the soil, the air, and everything else within this area. The elephants will, of course, be interacting with each other, but they're also interacting with the environment by drinking the water, breathing the air, eating the plants, and so on. As we considered in the previous video on energy and matter, they're returning carbon dioxide to the air as they exhale, and their waste is returning nutrients to the soil, which can then be taken up by the plants. All the while, the plants and other organisms are also interacting with the environment, taking in and returning matter and transforming energy. Of course, it's important to have regulation and control within biological systems, and many of those systems are capable of self-regulation through a process called feedback. In biology, this is typically accomplished through feedback inhibition, or negative feedback. In this kind of regulation, the output of the system opposes the input, so the result is to turn the system off. There are a few examples of biology of positive feedback, where the system self-perpetuates, but those are relatively rare. Let's consider this example of feedback inhibition, which is the regulation of blood glucose levels. We start with a stimulus, in this case, eating a cupcake. This causes blood glucose levels to rise, which signals cells within the pancreas to release insulin. That insulin causes the cells within the body to take up the excess glucose, some of which can then be stored in the liver in the form of glycogen. The result of all of this is to bring blood glucose levels down, opposing the original stimulus and turning the system off. The same kind of thing happens if blood glucose levels start to fall. Except in this case, a different type of cell in the pancreas will be stimulated to release glucagon. This will then signal the liver to break down some of the stored glycogen, releasing glucose into the bloodstream to bring the level back up. This is similar to the way that the thermostat in your house works. When it's 100 degrees outside, you want your AC to bring the temperature down to your nice, comfortable 74, but you don't want it to keep cooling beyond that point. So you want the AC to shut off when it gets to the right temperature. Of course, not all interactions within an ecosystem are beneficial. Humans have, of course, been interacting with our environment for as long as we've been around, but those interactions have changed over time. Since the Industrial Revolution, the burning of fossil fuels is estimated to have increased global carbon dioxide levels by as much as 50%, which scientists have demonstrated is a major factor contributing to climate change. This has resulted in increased global temperatures, more extreme weather events like heat waves, flooding, and even hurricanes, and the loss of habitat for many species. As these species are forced to compete for fewer resources, many are simply not able to survive, leading to decreased biodiversity. All of this helps to demonstrate that actions at one level of the system can significantly affect the function at another, reminding us that all living systems are ultimately connected throughout the whole biosphere. Thanks for watching, and please make sure to check out the other videos in this section.